Kenny, the Pirate women's basketball team opened Northwest Conference play this past weekend at home. A couple of opponents that we were hoping to be competing against at the end of the year in the conference tournament. That's the level. A couple of losses. What do we take out of this weekend that we can build on? What do we hope to let go of and not have to see again?
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, with the Willamette and Pacific, we know, well-established, well-coached programs that were both in the conference tournament last year. A place we're striving to get to. And Willamette's performance, we were really pleased with. I'd say probably 35 minutes of that game on Friday night, just knowing, all of the challenges they pose with their size and side. And on film, I honestly thought we were really well prepared for that game, except for some issues in transition defense. But besides that lull where we gave up, I think we got outscored by 12 in the second quarter. You look at some little things like we won the second half, we won the other three quarters, so little things you try to pull from where we're not as far away as we may appear at times, in our conference. And I think that's something where we can take a lot of those little stretches and build on those. And then Saturday night, I think just, you're playing a Pacific team that was hungry after, a tough loss on Friday night for them, traveling over here Saturday morning. And I thought that was something where that said a lot more about our team than it did necessarily theirs, where we opened the game okay energy-wise, and then as soon as things, weren't going well, it kind of just turned into an avalanche where, they had some players that aren't necessarily shooters hit some shots, and really just we kind of had a lot of self-inflicted things that really caused us some problems. So things we can build on are those positive stretches from Friday night, and things we want to avoid are just, those lulls or some of those, bad body language things from Saturday that we really want to correct internally. And I felt, though, even with some of our results not going the right way, there have been so many things that are just correctable on our end that we've just, had exposed from other teams. But, in practice, things still feel positive. Like I said, over the couple of years, I feel like every practice we're getting better and shoring up some different things on both ends of the floor. We really just need to, going forward, not beat ourselves and give us positions in those close games to make the necessary adjustments and come out with wins.
When you're looking to improve as a team and you're looking at film, what's more effective for this team? Focusing on the things we did well and building on that and reinforcing that, or looking at the things that we messed up and saying, okay, we need to recognize that when we're doing that and learn to avoid that?
It's definitely an awareness piece, I believe, and I think it's on both sides of the coin as well. It's when players are aware of, if a player turns the ball over, let's say, and they're not really sure what the reasons were behind it or that they saw something else, then the film is really impactful to show them what they did wrong and why the reasons were. Obviously, you have that positive reinforcement aspect that also applies sometimes. But for us, it's really just trying to show what things we can do going forward that bring us success. So sometimes it's, on the defensive end, it might be what are the issues that are allowing people to drive to the basket, or why are we giving up offensive rebounds. Offensively, it's going to be showing what are the turnovers and why are we getting these positions to turn the ball over. And on the flip side of that, on the offensive end, when things are going well, let's keep hammering those things home and showing how can we reinforce those things in practice, how can we, positively show that. So it's really both sides. I think for us, it just depends on the timing and the teams we're going to play.
The teams we're going to play this week, a couple of Division III non-conference opponents, Colorado College and Schreiner. I know it's early in the week, but have you had a chance to see them on film yet, and what challenges will they provide us?
Yeah, both teams, I want to say they're both in that same conference. Schreiner might be in one of them, one's out of Texas. But I know Colorado College is a good program. They've played a really tough schedule. I know they've played two top five opponents. Those are the only two losses, and they've really handled everybody else so far this year pretty well. Both teams will play, as far as so much it'll help. They're both pressing teams. They'll look to mix in a little bit of zone in the half court. Teams that want to play high pace, high possessions, and just try to speed you up. So I think that's something on the positive side. When teams have tried to throw on a press against us this year, juxtaposed to last season, we've been much more prepared for that and just solid in our press break, to be honest. And I think that's something where just when we get in the half court, can we organize against what might feel like some hectic pressure or things that are a little bit chaotic. It's really just going to be on the defensive end, handling, how much they want to drive the ball, because I know for at least Colorado, they don't shoot a ton of threes, which is a little bit different from some of the conference teams we might see. And then Schreiner is a team that just they're going to try to want to, get 25 points a quarter is what it kind of feels like film-wise, and just play fast. So just being able to use our depth as an advantage and get people in and out of the lineup on the floor, keep ourselves fresh, and just kind of limit mental mistakes.